Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Chosen Ministries podcast. My name is Sid.
And my name is Tony.
And if you did not know, we are pregnant again, but with twins.
What?
Yes, so we're really excited, but I feel like a lot of people have asked questions mainly because, I don't know, I just feel like twins is just such a crazy topic, especially because we don't have twins in our family. It was completely just so random, but obviously it's not random because the Lord it's his plan, but it was just a very funny coming about. So we just kind of wanted to share the story with you guys today of just finding out we were pregnant, our emotions, and all the things.
Yeah, I would always joke around saying, let's just have twins because I wanted 3 kids. And we actually have it, so.
Yeah, I would literally always, also like say, oh, it'd be so nice to just get it done with. But I never in my thought, like had ever thought that would ever happen for us.
Know.
Because I feel like twins are so random. Like we've never done IVF treatments. We don't have in our family. And so I was just like, there's just no way that would happen for us. But man, anyone that has twins, like it's so nice for them. Because I had a great pregnancy with my son, but it's just like, I just didn't want to do it again. Because like the recovery is just like a lot, and like losing the weight and getting back to feeling yourself and going back to work. Like I just did not like all of that part, and I just wanted to be pregnant one more time. So I feel like we hit the jackpot. Like the Lord's so good that we are able to have 3 kids now.
Oh yeah,
and
I would say
2 pregnancies.
I would literally say it all the time, which is so funny. Anytime I'd be like, we just have to have twins, and she'd be like, Tony, it doesn't run in the family. And then I would always say, well, it has to start somewhere, and it must have just been the Lord putting the desire in my heart, because look, it had to start somewhere, and it started with us.
It did. We don't know the genders yet. We're only 10 weeks pregnant right now. The reason why we even found out we were having twins is because we went to an early gender reveal testing. I don't know if any other states do that, but you can go into like a boutique thing and they can tell you the gender early. So we were like, I think 6 or 7 weeks, and we went in. And so before she can do the actual blood testing, she had to use the ultrasound to make sure the baby was big enough. So we have yet to go to the doctor at this point. We go in, we start doing the actual ultrasound, and
found out we had twins.
I don't want to talk the whole time.
You caught me off guard. I was thinking of a question to ask you, but she did the ultrasound, and I was when we first walked in my head I was just expecting to get blood work, and we were going to find out the gender. So in my head I was like, well, there's no really reason to record any of this on my phone. But I was like, seeing her getting the ultrasound ready, I was like, well, might as well. We might discover the first heartbeat. So of course I want that on video. So luckily I had it on video, because then she's like, wait a minute. And then Sid was freaking out, and I'm over here like, is my dream actually coming true? And then she told us that there's 2 in there, and it was a shock, but oh my gosh, so exciting. And I low-key was like, is there triplets? What if there's, no. I would be down for triplets, but no, we got twins.
I feel like going in, I like almost knew something was different, because also my symptoms this time, they still aren't to like where I can complain about it. They're just completely different than my first trimester with my son. Like the first time, I had fatigue, but it was not like debilitatingly.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, take a little nap and I feel good again. It's almost like just been hard to just go about life if I can't take like a 20-minute to like an hour and a half nap. It's getting better.
She took my place.
Yeah. Now we're going into the 2nd trimester. I'm feeling like the energy is coming back. And the food aversions have been crazy. Like with my son, the first time it was just coffee. This time it was like everything. Like didn't want Asian food, didn't want certain things that I typically love. And that was really difficult for me. I only wanted like fried chicken. I'm thank God past that, because I already feel like I gained so much weight. So I'm hoping to get it back together. But that was like a telling point that something was weird. I was like, maybe I'm having a girl or twins. But when we went in, she did the ultrasound thing, and I saw it like slide to the side, because you know how it's like slippery, and I saw another like gapping shadow.
Yeah.
So I was like, what was that? And then she went back and she's like, oh, yep. And it was just the craziest thing ever.
We have it uploaded on our Instagram reel, so if you guys want to see that reaction.
Do you want to see the reactions and us telling our family too, which was really fun.
Speaking of fried chicken, side note, tell them what you found about Kentucky Fried Chicken last night. Tell them.
It is very strange. I haven't seen it for myself, but I saw it on social media, so I wouldn't doubt it. It says on the actual carton of chicken, it says I don't know if it said children, but it definitely...
like children under 2.
Yeah, children under 2 and pregnant women should not eat this chicken. That is crazy. Which luckily, I think we only got... No, I don't even think we ever got Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No.
I think we only got that one.
But if that ain't a testament to how much we need to be eating at home, I don't know what is.
But like, where do I get fried chicken?
Yeah, that's hard.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
God bless.
So, what are you most excited about having twins?
Not birth.
Yeah, well, what are you excited about?
Yeah, I feel like I'm most excited about just knowing, because like we're wedding photographers, so we are around so many families all the time, and I do love on a wedding day seeing like the closeness of people that have larger families, and I feel like I always like longed for that, and I knew that wasn't going to happen for us because I was like, I know I'm only going to have 2 kids, and that would be like, obviously that's more than enough. People who have 2 kids, that's plenty, and that's amazing. Even just 1 kid, that's a blessing. But I always wanted, I think, like a bigger family, like 3 to 5. I just like didn't want to go through pregnancy so many times, which sounds selfish, but I like to work. I'm very independent, and I just wanted to get back to my life, I feel. So I don't know. But it was definitely a blessing knowing that we're going to have 3 kids. We're going to have 3 babies. They're going to grow up together, close in age. We're going to have this like family unit that I've always wanted. And mainly I'm very, very thankful because I always know Tony wanted more kids. So I feel like that makes me feel better because I always felt like guilty about like not wanting to have more. So
I'm so excited to know that it could be both male and female because
yes,
if we only had 1 more pregnancy, which that was, what we were going to do.
I was already like mourning the other gender.
Yeah. Like we were like, we want to know what a girl looks like and we want to have a girl. But then I was like, I really want another boy because just to play and have fun and stuff. So knowing that we literally can have best of both worlds, like I'm just so stoked.
Yeah. But sometimes I like daydream about what it'd be like having 2 boys, like 2 twin boys, 2 twin girls too. Yeah. So like either way, that would be really fun also.
I know.
Part of me feels like we might be having 2 twin girls. We probably aren't, but only because literally the week that we announced that we were having twin, we photographed a wedding of a twin. Like it was a bride and groom, but the bride was a twin girl. And so like I was just like watching this like relationship between the 2 girls this whole time, and they had like such a great friendship and loved each other so much. And I was like, wow, that would be cute. I'm like, is this the Lord preparing my heart? I was like, no, I want a boy and a girl. But either way, it'll be awesome. I'm excited either way. I have no preference.
Yeah, I have high percentage that it would be boy and girl.
I think it's a boy and a girl because if you looked at any of the pictures I've posted on Instagram, the sacs are like pretty far apart. So our doctor said you can't really tell until birth if it is identical twins or fraternal, but he says he has to guess it's probably fraternal because of how thick like the membrane is between it, and the heart rates are always much different. So my aunt that is like a NICU baby doctor, she says typically that's because like one's a girl, one's a boy. I'm obviously not putting my hopes on that, but in my head I just feel like it's something that makes sense to me because we have our boy and girl name. And like that's what I'm saying. Like when we thought we were just having 1 baby and it was possibly a boy or possibly a girl, I was already mourning the like not having of that other baby. So that's why I feel like we're having both.
I do too. So what are you most nervous about having twins?
Nothing really. I feel like just
good.
the newborn stage.
Yeah.
Not birth really. It'll be fine. What are you most nervous about?
Nervous. I don't know if I just really the nighttime, like if they're both crying, or like naps if they both don't want to go down at the same time.
I know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
So that's the only thing, but like we'll figure it out. I'm just more excited than anything. People
say to just like keep them on the same schedules, and that like obviously makes sense, and they get used to each other's crying and stuff. And if one's crying, one won't even wake up because they're like used to it. And I'm sure that's true because so many people have said that. I'm actually so excited because having Louis, anytime I woke up in the middle of the night, I'd be so hungry, and it was just so refreshing just going to get a snack out of the pantry. I'm excited to do that again. What? You can do that anytime. Well, yeah, but like I'm so dead asleep, I don't just wake up wanting to eat. But like when I have to go get Louis at night back then, and I would just get a nice peanut butter cracker or peanut butter like protein bar. Oh, so good. So I'm excited for that. Okay. Yeah, Tony is like, people have asked me like, oh, well, how does Tony feel? Like, I'm the one freaking out. Tony is like on cloud 9. He has not said one like fear, one negative thing. Like he is just like all gung ho. Like he is he is very excited, which helps me because I feel like any like fears that I might have or like nervousness definitely makes me feel better knowing that I can just like openly have that and even like tell him, and then he just like shuts it down with like how excited he is. Because I feel like if I said something and then he started spiraling, like then we'd just be a mess. So.
See, in my head too, though, I guess it's just like I don't know. In my head, I'm just like anything that I could be nervous about, it just overshadows with like. Because I could be nervous about not getting enough sleep, or I could be nervous about, the kids taking away my time of like napping whenever I want, or going to watch a movie whenever I want, or whatever the case. But at the end of the day, that's just like in my head selfishness, because it's like that you're just wanting to be lazy in a sense. That's all boils down to is laziness, and I don't want to be lazy. And it's like Luca has given me so much purpose. And like I don't take naps like I used to. Is like I feel like I get more done now.
Yeah, I do too.
And the greatest thing I've come to realize, the greatest thing that I could ever pass down is my time and quote unquote wisdom that I have in a sense, and like my relationship with the Lord. So that's what I'm more excited about, because that obviously surpasses any amount of money, any amount of time I spend working, any amount of time I spend watching TV or Netflix. It's like all the time I spend with them is like the greatest investment ever. So that's why it's like it just overshadows any nervousness or like, oh man, I won't have time to myself anymore. It's like I would rather that, I don't know. It's just like that's kind of like my thought that kind of like keeps me excited. So
yeah,
I don't know.
He is born to be a dad.
Probably because I had like 6 siblings growing up. Our house was wild, but it was fun.
He grew up, in a house of 6 and has 8 altogether siblings.
I think so. I don't even, something like that.
So that's why he's like,
7,
he knows it's going to be fine. I grew up as an only child. Like my brother's 14 years older than me, went to the military when I was like 4. So I am very used to being alone, and I loved being alone, and I loved having all the attention from my parents and getting to do whatever I wanted, whatever I wanted.
What I hear?
I was the apple of their eye.
You never hear a family of kids that says, man, I wish I didn't have these siblings. They suck. But you do hear the solo kid saying, I wish I had siblings.
I've never said I wish I've had more siblings. I like my brother. This is great.
You're the only one that hasn't said that.
It'll definitely be worth it. I think Louis will have so much fun because he loves his cousins. He loves playing with other kids. He doesn't typically like playing with younger kids, so that's like what I'm nervous about. But I know it'll be good, and he'll be used to it. We've been like prepping him for a while now, oh, the babies are gonna be in this room. Mommy has 2 babies in her stomach. Like he knows it. Like he'll tell people too. So, and he's only 2. This is something that's kind of sad for me. The due dates are 2 days apart. So Louis' birthday is February 23rd, and the twins are due February 21st. I'm praying they do not come on their due date because, 1, that's way too long to be pregnant. I was only pregnant 37 weeks with Louis. So hopefully they come around that 37, 38 mark when they're like fully cooked and healthy. But that would give us at least 2 or 3 weeks separation. I just feel so bad for him. Not only does he have now 2 babies, but he has to share his birthday. His favorite thing in the entire world are birthdays. That's true.
All he cares about is cake. He'll actually be more excited because then he'll be having cake, and then 2 weeks later more cake. So if
it's on the same birthday and he has to share his birthday cake,
everyone shares their birthday cake.
No, like blowing up candles. You clearly haven't seen Cecily's video.
Anyways, Louis gonna blow out his own candles. The twins have to share their candle blowing.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to grow up that way.
But I'm. No,
I actually thought about that today because if one's born like 5 minutes earlier than the other, we should just like let the older one go first.
Have his little cake. He'll blow that out, and then the little one.
Yeah, because I feel like they should each have their own cake, so it feels like their own thing.
Yeah,
and like
sense.
Different themes. Like if it's 2 boys, one likes trucks and one likes trains, so they're not always like one person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
yeah, something else that I always thought about, and now I'm just stoked because having 3, it's better. But just thinking about like later in life when we're old and we have Christmases and only having one child walking home to see us, like.
Walking home,
or like coming over for Christmas.
With his wife,
it's like it's only one child. Like
we're just waiting all year for him to come home to us.
No, I'm just saying like you just have what if Luca got married and only had 1 kid? So then you only have 3 others in this house, and it's just
sounds nice and peaceful.
Sounds boring. We need 3 adults.
Well, how do you feel?
Their significant others with.
How do you feel at my
kids.
family's Christmas?
You guys have a lot of people.
No, Christmas morning.
Yeah, that's why
You
I can't
actually
wait to
love
get to
it.
my house.
No, you actually love it.
I love the gifts.
You love Christmas. Exactly. Only child life is the best.
No, both are good. Both are fun. But like, I was just thinking our own house. Like,
I need a breathing treatment after your family's Christmas.
my family. Wow.
They are wild.
But,
I mean, it's fun. It is fun, and I know it will be. I just get overstimulated so easily. So that's what the Lord will have to be working on for me.
yeah.
Not getting like when it's just so loud. Because even with his family, which I love his family and I love being a part of their family like events and stuff. At first, I literally would have to like go into a different room or pretend I had to go to the bathroom or something because I would be so like overwhelmed with all the noises and like everyone's screaming and kids yelling and stuff. But it's
Which I'm
better now.
surprised. You're the one in cheer all your life. That's loud and obnoxious.
No, you don't get to yell. I did competitive
What do
cheer.
you mean? Yeah, the crowd's screaming. Everyone's going wild.
Practice, everyone's silent because you're in trouble 24/7.
Hey, you had a terrible childhood. Oh, yeah.
We always compete about who had the better childhood. It was definitely me.
Yeah, right. My childhood was the best.
Why?
Man, I wish we had iPhones back then, and I would record everything I did as
I
a
actually
child.
had a camera to document my childhood.
Yeah, put that on the screens, little chinchilla girl. Roll the tape. We'll see who had a better childhood. Listen, while she's pretending to be a chinchilla in her house, I'm out there on my streets being gangster Batman. I have my own Facebook page, and people are like, "Who is this Batman?" No one knew who I was. I was running the
I
street.
thought you were the camera guy.
Yeah, that's why I had to make my own person. I had to be my own person.
See, that's
for
the
a
thing with
second.
siblings. Like, it's not fair. Like, his two brothers got to play in the videos, and he had to film the camera. Like, that's rude. If it was just an only child,
It was the Lord prepping me for my business today.
what business?
Our business where we do photo and video for our career. If I wasn't a cameraman, I wouldn't have that passion.
Well, either way, consensus. If
I had
you
a
have
better childhood.
no, you did not. If you have one child, or if you have 20. Your child will have a good life regardless.
That's true. From both angles. You heard it here first.
I feel like it comes down honestly to like the parenting. Like if you're
Yeah.
just an only child or you are only able to have one child or like you only decided to have one child, I feel like it's literally like the parenting.
For sure. That's
Because
why
my parents were really great and so that's why I had fun. But I
Yeah.
feel like if my parents weren't a part of my life and like distant from me and I was like alone all the time, then
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be like bored and depressed.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited to really like we had a great childhood, but my mom worked all the time. So it was just us kids like raising ourselves. My grandma was there, but no
You
one
guys
listened to my
definitely raised
grandma.
yourself.
Yeah, so it's like, and it was all the Lord, the way all of us turned out, and praise Him. So like, I'm like just excited to see what it's like now raising our kids with two present parents, and that's why I'm excited. Just like invest my time and energy into our kids, and just like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like because seeing where the Lord has brought me with where my childhood was, and my mom did the best she could, and then my dad, once he found Christ, has done the best he could, and it's like now me being able to kind of break that generational curse in a sense, and then see where our kids go now that they have that, present, I guess, parents from the start. I'm not trying to bash my parents by any means, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm just like super excited.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a blessing because I feel like obviously we're pursuing the Lord, we love the Lord, and we'll keep Him in the center of all of our lives and parenting. But it is definitely a blessing knowing like your dad has come to the Lord like 20 something years ago, so not like newly.
Yeah.
And his mom is a Christian. My mom's a Christian. My dad came to the Lord probably like almost 10 years ago. So it's just definitely a blessing that our kids will be able to grow up and
Experience that.
yeah. And if you have grandparents that are not following the Lord, just know that does not matter how far it seems, because like I feel like both of our dads, like in different situations, it felt like very far, but like both of them love the Lord so much. And like if I knew now what it was like 10 years ago, like I'm like, my dad would never. And like he's the best grandpa and just really keeps God in the center of his everything. And it's just cool because like there's definitely power in prayer and just like pursuing the Lord and like just taking that time to keep showing up and praying and just showing and walking in love towards those people too.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen. Well, I think that's all we have for today. I feel like I don't know what else to talk about, but if you guys have any other questions or anything, feel free to let us know on Instagram, or I think you can comment on this too, because I've seen those comments if you guys have commented on there. Make sure to give our podcast a 5-star rating because it helps push our podcast out for more people. And let us know too if you like videos like this, because we love doing the teaching videos, and that's definitely still going to be happening, but it's harder for us to prepare for those, and that's why we haven't been posting as frequently. But I feel like we can do more if we have like some buffer time of like more of these chatty videos. So if you like that, just let us know. But thank you guys so much for listening to our story, and we're excited to bring you guys along as we grow our family and just our lives in general. So thank you so much for listening. We're very thankful for you guys.
Yes, and if you're watching on video and you want these awesome t-shirts we're wearing.
My awesome t-shirt.
My awesome t-shirt.
Mine says Sunday Sabbath and it has coffee on it.
And mine says death. Or defeated death. I always get my defeated death and gave us life. And then it's a little
picture of Jesus.
Graphic of Jesus. So if you want to check these out, it's shopchosenministries.com. Or if you have little ones at home and you want them to watch something faith-filled, check out our kids' YouTube channel. And that is Chosen Kids. So that's our sponsors for the video, ourselves.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Bye.